Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about how I play Yasuo ADC. So let's start off with some pros and cons. Um, so for the pros, you have a very good early game and laning. You have good synergy with engaged supports and some enchanters. Have very good objective skirmishing and mid game because you capture crit with two items really fast. Cons, you fall off at about 20 minutes. Range and ADCs just outscale you because they have uh, normal crit damage. Yasuo has less crit damage, so you just get outscaled. You need at least one knockup, preferably like a multi-man knockup. Something like Malphite, for example, is the most common example. Otherwise, the game is much harder, like maybe 2 or 3 times harder. Um, why you should choose bot over top and mid, in my opinion, is the bot quest is very good for getting your items fast and your crit fast, which is more useful than the other quests, in my opinion. Yasuo's strength is that he gets crit in with just 2 items, which is very good. Uh, he prefers to skirmish rather than 1v1 top, since you might not always get value from wind wall, and in top lane you get outstatted much easily. Mid mages can push waves much faster and rotate to help the enemies faster than you can rotate to help your team. Um, for support synergies, ideally you want engaged supports. So, for example, Thresh, Nautilus, Pike, Alistar, for example. And some enchanters are very good as well, like Nami and Janna. I really like Nami because she can poke and then she can poke the enemy. She has a knockup. You can get movement speed, which is very useful since you're melee. Um, she can last hit cannons for you if you're unable to reach them. For the bans, honestly, usually I ban for the team or I just ban champs that I personally don't like, even if they're not going to be in my lane. So personally, I hate Vladimir and Lilia. Um, Nyla hard counters you, so you can ban Nyla if you want. Poke and heavy range will make the lane actually really hard for you. So maybe consider banning those if you're just starting out. Okay, so for the build, let's get into it. Uh, Lethal tempo, standard, helps cap your Q without having attack speed items in lane. Triumph, this is good. You're going to be fighting 2v2 in lane and team fighting and skirmishing. So this is just really good. It gives you gold on takedowns and restores health so you can get in the fight, stay in the fight. Legend Alacrity, good for capping a Q as early as possible, and cut down since Yasuo prefers to all in rather than waiting for a chance to go in while they're low. Uh, Magical footwear, this is really good because it allows you to just sit on boots without upgrading them. I'll go in depth with this after I explain the other runes. Cosmic Insight, right? This is really good because exhaust is important since you're melee in lane, so you need it to slow enemies, the ranged laners, and it reduces the cooldown by about 40 seconds, which is really good. Barrier is like 180 seconds, so the enemy ADC is always going to have it pretty much. So this just it helps to have a lower CD to match their summon spell cooldowns. For the mini runes, you want 10% attack speed. Again, just to cap your Q as early as possible. Adaptive Force, which is 5 attack damage. And flat health, 65 HP. The reason why you want to choose flat health over scaling health, specifically in bot lane, is because you gain levels slower compared to other lanes since you're sharing XP with your support. So you're gonna get your scaling health much slower compared to other champs. So it's better to just have flat HP. Plus, you're gonna you're gonna look to fight level 2, level 3, so it's nice to just have a big boost in HP rather than having a scaling health. Okay, so let's get into the build. So um, let's start with Phantom Dancer. Right. The reason why I choose Phantom Dancer over Blade of the Ruined King or Kraken Slayer or Yantal is because it caps your Q really, really early and really cheaply. And you can afford to build this versus ADCs since they don't really outstat you. Whereas if you went top lane, if you built Phantom Dancer, you would just get completely outstatted. So yeah. And also, as you can see here, uh, with my magical footwear, hang on, the Phantom Dancer. As you can see, I have 417 move speed. So you get this for free. You save 300 gold on the normal boots. And now you don't even need to upgrade your boots until necessary. So you can use it to get your Infinity Edge much faster, which is really good in my opinion. Yeah, let's just talk about the boots while we were talking about it. So usually I would get boots of swiftness or plated steel caps. So you go steel caps if they have a lot of like auto attackers. So maybe like 3 auto attackers or AD champs, and you go swifties if you know you don't really need either of these two, Mercury threads or steel caps. This is really good since you're melee, you need the movement speed, and it synergizes well with Phantom Dancer. I don't really like Mercury's threads, honestly. I feel like the tenacity doesn't really help with Yasuo since you just get what if you get CC'd, you just get one shot anyway because you're not tanky enough to use the tenacity. And I would only really go this if they've got like 3 or more AP champs. Then of course you want to get Infinity Edge. So then with these 2 items, you cap your crit really fast, just with 2 items. Um, if you want to go max damage, you want to go Lord Dominic's Regard third, and then I would only build Yumu's and Edge of Night if they have champs that are not building armor. So for example, if their enemy ADC isn't going to build armor or their mid laner is not going to build armor and their support as well, then you can go these two for max damage. Um, is really, really underrated in my opinion. Yumu's is really good for just having more movement speed and rotating faster. Edge of Night is really underrated in my opinion because let's say there's like a team fight after 20 minutes. Sometimes if you ult in, you might get hit by a deadly spell or a lot of damage, but when you have Edge of Night, it can block a critical spell and allow you to live like much longer. It's really good in my opinion. So that's if you want to go max damage. If you don't want to go max damage, you can choose out of these 5 items. So Bloodthirster if you need dueling 1v1 power. So let's say they got a top laner that's split pushing and your top laner doesn't have good 1v1 power, then you can go Bloodthirster to match the 1v1. Shield Bow, this one you can go if they have like general burst damage, like mixed burst damage. Um, more, I would you can build this if they've got like 2 heavy AP champs. Death's Dance you can build if they've got 2 or more AD champs. This is still good versus AP champs, even though it's mainly like an armor item because you ignore 30% of all damage, and it's dealt to you over 3 seconds, and you restore health when you get a takedown as well. So you know it's not just limited to building against AD champs. Guardian Angel. This is usually your very last item, but I would only really build this if they've got if you've got someone to protect you after it activates. Because a lot of the times when you buy Guardian Angel, sometimes it activates and there's no one to protect you, and they just kill you again, and you've wasted like the cooldown. So, oh yeah, starting items. I should have started with this, but anyway. Health Potion, Doran's Bow. This is just really good for capping your Q as early as possible. And it actually gives more health up front compared to Doran's Blade. This gives 240 health. Uh, Refillable, you just buy this if you have 150 gold when you back. It's just really good. You restore 200 health every time, and it refills every time you back. This is really excellent item. Farsight, you build the blue ward as soon as you get level 9. It's free. Just grab it. You can't really walk up to ward bushes, and you can't really face check and use a normal ward. So you have this. Late game, if you need an elixir, you just get this. Yeah, just having more AD and some extra like physical vamp is just really useful. So the way you want to play lane, you want to wait for level 2 or level 3. Level 2, if you get level 2, you could surprise them by just having a dash. If your support can just go in and engage you and just follow up really easily. You can wait level 3 if they've got like a lot of poke and CC. If you can't really like go in and dash, you know, sometimes you need your wind wall to block a spell, otherwise they will just block you from moving. Just put your exhaust on the enemy ADC, stops them from running away. You might have much less CS compared to the enemy ADC since you are melee, but you will make up for it through kills and fighting pressure. Again, you fall off at the 20-minute mark, so you want to end games ideally before that. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys.